Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Nail Tech HQ channel if you are watching there. I am going to be doing the dark ombre video that was voted for by the Nail Tech HQ members of the Facebook group. If you're not there, if you send us a request on Facebook, we will add you in as soon as we can. So I'm using Vamp and Black Cherry for this dark ombre. I'm using just a display tip to do this with. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and put a little wash of my lighter colour on my tip where I want my two colours to meet. And I'm doing this because I find personally, if you don't do this with your lighter colour, your darker colour will shadow underneath your lighter colour and your lighter colour will struggle to cover that blend. I don't know why that is, but I've just found this to be a foolproof way to make sure you get a really good blend with no shadowing. So where my brush was just now, that's where my Black Cherry and Vamp will meet. So it's in the middle of that acrylic application there. So the key to doing a dark ombre is to work very thin and to build up your layers. If you go in with massive beads and try to do it in 2 or 3 beads, you're going to really struggle because the colours are very pigmented and you're not going to get a good blend. So you'll see that I add quite a few beads and I'm much more tentative with my darker colour than my lighter colour. And that's because with my darker colour, if I make a mistake, you know, I'll be honest, it's very difficult to colour that with your lighter colour. So I'm much more cautious and more reserved with regard to the amounts that I'm putting on with my darker colour. And you'll see that in the difference in bead size. So smaller beads, always feathering down to get that opaque full cover, and then blending up towards that middle of that Vamp acrylic that I put down. And I'm looking at that and I'm making sure that I'm happy. I'm showing you here how thin it is, and this is exactly how you do it on a client. It's no different on a tip than on a client. The only thing you would do first is put a thin clear base down. The thin clear base would be round about the same thickness as this display tip, so your nail would still be as thick as I have just shown you. Get your words out. So I have just had a new tripod and I do go out of shot a little bit. I'm really sorry. I think it was just in the wrong place slightly. So I've gone in with a big bead, well, quite a big bead of CJP's Vamp, and I am aiming for full coverage at the top, and then I'm feathering down the sides, patting over that middle area, and then feathering down the rest of that product. I'm not going to take it too far. I don't want to cover the Black Cherry, I want to blend over it. And I'm turning my brush round and I'm feathering back up and then feathering back down. This video is in real time. There's no speeding up or slowing down in this video, so you can really see how quickly my brush moves when I do my sort of feathering up and down of the colours to create that blend. Now I've had a look and I think it's a bit harsh to the left where that Vamp is, so I'm putting another bead of Black Cherry down, giving it a second to self level, and then I'm going up to that blend area, bringing it down and going back up and feathering over that contact area. And you can see my brush is moving relatively quickly. So I'm happy with that. Sometimes with a dark ombre, you've got to trust yourself to know that you've blended it well enough. Sometimes with a dark ombre, it only becomes apparent it's a really good ombre when you've put the top coat on. It's one of those weird ones. But if you've got a relatively good blend, when you've top coated it'll look really, really good. So I'm capping in CJP's Crystal Glass, and if I was doing this on a client I would put my apex in at this point, but I'm not going to do that because it is just on a display tip. And there is the nail capped. So I've filed off camera and I'm going in with CJP's tack-free top coat, and I cure this in the LED lamp for 30 seconds. And I've left a clip at the end. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I would love to see your recreations of this in any colours in the Nailtech HQ group. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!